Morning, mate.
Both of you.
How much is a little case, please?
How much that case? Plenty of case. Diamonds in there.
Yeah. Ooh. Hiya, how much for those ones, please?
10 of the lot, mate. 5 of the 2 games, said £3 for that. Well, that was £3. I did the 2 bits for a £5. 10 of the lot.
Hello, people.
Hello. That's the list I can go for.
Did he not say £2?
No, he won't take.
Morning, mate.
Alright.
How much is the game?
£1.50, mate.
How much, sorry?
£1.50.
£1.50, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got no 50p at the moment. I've got £1 coins and £2 coins.
Yeah, so have I. There you go, mate. There's £2. Don't worry.
Right,
Thank you.
mate.
Mate, how much is the DVDs? Cool.
Everything, all of this stuff is individually priced as well.
Yeah.
But you've got a chance of getting something a lot cheaper if you do the raffle. I had someone win one of my £10 bags on a 50p.
So how does it work then? How does the raffle work?
50p a ticket,
Yeah.
3 tickets for £1. If you're buying other stuff on the stall, I'll give out 3 tickets as well.
Yeah, but so okay, so say I buy a ticket, then when do I know I've won?
You'll match your ticket to something on here.
Oh, okay, get you.
Obviously, you're not guaranteed, but if
Yeah.
you get you've got a good chance, especially for some of the prizes that are on here. I checked that. I checked those in the shop. That's 38 and that's 35.
Go on,
In the shop right there.
was it £3 for £1? Did you say?
Yeah.
Go on, I'll give it a go.
Sure. Go on then. And you can pick. This took me forever to do all 600 tickets in here.
Yeah, I bet. Can I root?
Yeah.
So 1, 2,
3.
Yeah. Happy? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be generous. You can have another one.
Oh, here we go. Oh, actually, I think I've got another one there anyway.
Another one? You
yeah.
sure?
Yeah, go on, say that one, mate.
Sure.
That's probably the winning one.
Yeah. You know.
Number. We're looking for high numbers, aren't we?
There's all sorts. What have you got? 11.
112.
112. I could have sworn I saw. 112's a pack of Haribos.
Oh yes. Quid's in already. 335.
335. There's a 365.
No.
329. 390. 311. 330.
396 anywhere.
396. I don't think so.
No.
5.
No. Well, I've got a pack of Haribo. It's not all doom and gloom. Oh. Morning.
Oh, morning.
How much are the games, please?
10. How much are you game? Ashley, how much are you game? Mum?
52. Thank you very much. Cheers. Morning. Those bits for sale, yeah, is that alright? Thank you. Sorry, do you know how much you're after on the games down there?
Just the Xbox games you're after.
Oh well, I've got a bundle down here, so I've got Xbox and PlayStation.
They're a pound each.
Cool, thank you. Oh.
Did you pay for the kettle?
I don't know.
I've got me 2.
Let me have a look inside. Oh, look at that. I can't even remember two of that.
All like that.
Okay, then no.
It's only just all like that.
If it's £2, I'll take it.
How much?
How much?
Go on in.
Okay.
How much is the pig?
£5.
How much?
£5.
Oh yeah,
Golf balls 50p each.
Okay.
I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
£5?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I've taken another one there, so
okay, thank you
pound for
very
that.
much.
Thank you. Cheers. Morning. How much is the controller, please? £5 here.
I don't know, it's fixed now.
10 seconds later.
Would you do £3 on the controller, mate? Yeah, just double check it over.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's worth No, it cost me more than that to buy.
And what about this one, mate?
You know this one? 2 any good?
2. Yeah, go on, I'll take that. Morning, mate. It's right to have a look at these games down here. Yeah.
I was going to take the, just make an offer on the games.
How much are those two there, mate?
PS5 games, I don't know. How much will offer?
I don't know, mate.
£5 each.
Yeah.
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah. And what
I
about?
don't want to take a mine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what about the that one there? I don't want that.
Which one?
The.
Oh, that one, that's a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah.
£8 for that one.
Yeah.
Just don't want to take a mine.
Oh, I get ya.
You can have that for £1.
Yeah. What about the Switch one?
Yeah, it's 10. You can have that for 8.
That's it.
You want to give us a five?
I say they're proudly I've never to get out.
Okay, mate, it's 10, and then I'll give you the £1 for the.
Lovely,
other
cheers,
one.
buddy.
Thank you. And we are back, YouTube. For anyone who's returning, thank you, and for everyone who's new, welcome. I'm Mitch, and this is Retro Rummage. I'm the gaming channel's buying games, DVDs, Blu-rays, any electrical items I get my hands on at car boot sales, Facebook Marketplace, or charity shops for a cheap price. So I'm getting traded into CX at a high price, so I can build my gaming collection. So yes, back with a Sunday car boot sale pickup video. Not too much to go over today, unfortunately. A couple of good items for my collection, maybe, potentially. And then, yeah, some other, interesting items, although they could have been better in the sense of not fully complete. I'm sure if you've seen the thumbnail now, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that's just how it goes. You can't have successful car boots where you're getting hundreds of pounds worth of vouchers each week. That's just the nature of the beast. You have to take the highs with the lows. And although I did manage to get a few things, this wasn't up there in terms of pickups. But we'll go over what I've got. Yeah, the first car boot, very, very quiet. Now, I was surprised because it was busy in terms of the amount of stalls. I just didn't get much gaming-wise. And I actually thought it was going to be dead because this car boot, you've heard me say many times before that there's a lot of people selling like powered tools there. Like, I'm not exaggerating. For anyone who's been at Willow Farm in Essex, for anyone who's been there before, there's at least 2 or 3 stalls every aisle selling power tools. And basically, the car boot put on their Facebook page that they're not allowing people to sell power tools anymore. So I was thinking, it's going to be absolutely dead. But if anything, I think it was actually busier because they were turning those people away. Because what happens is this car boot gets full and obviously they turn sellers away. So I think where they were turning them away, more genuine sellers were getting in. But on the flip side, I didn't manage to get as much. So hopefully, next week, well, not next week because I'll be going to, when this is being shown, I'll be at London Gaming Market. So that's what you'll have next week. There won't be any car boot pickup videos, unfortunately, as I'll be going to that. But yeah, hopefully the next time I go, we'll get some good pickups. But yeah, literally, I think I got most of these from one stall. But it's a house clearance, but I went back the second time. The first time, I've got I don't know if this actually come with it. It was just in there. But yeah, it's like an Xbox. I believe this is the Series 1. I don't think this is meant to go with it either, to be honest. It's like just a little plastic tab. But it's an Xbox Series 1 case. Sorry, Xbox One Elite Series 1 case. It does have a few accessories, but not all of them. Yeah, so I grabbed that. And then a Wii remote, which does all work. Yeah, shout out to Tom's Tap, because I was saying last time when I grabbed one of these that I can't really test it. I can put the batteries in to see if it powers up, but he said if you put batteries in it and then each time you push any of the buttons, the 4 lights should light up, and that would indicate that they work. So that's in terms of testing it, obviously I'm assuming that you're not really going to be able to test the sensor unless you've got a Wii, but again, let me know. But I put the batteries in, tested all the buttons, and it does all light up. So I think they're trading in for I think like £10 or £12 now voucher. And then I've got these 2 games as well, Just Dance Disney Party, and then Just Dance 4, which one of them, I think they both, one of them trades in for 6. I think that one's 6 and that one's 4, so that's £10. And then yeah, like £12 for that, and I paid £10 total for all of it. So what I'm hoping though is that I can claw some of that money back, like maybe £5 to £10. I haven't checked exactly how much I'll be able to get for this, but if I could flip that for like £5 to £10, claw half of that money back, and then that'd be like £5 into 20 to £22 voucher, depending on what the what the Wii remote trades in for. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then I went back later and I got this, which was, A Nightmare on Elm Street, the collection, the original first 7 Nightmares. Paid £2 for that and it trades in for £5. But like I say, because it was a slow day, I thought, well, you know, I'll grab it. Just because I'm not getting much. That's normally how it goes with me. You know, if I'm having a really good day and there's people that are, you know, sticking to their price, I'll just think, oh, don't worry about it, as I'm not desperate for it. But if I'm not grabbing anything, then I do tend to be a bit more lenient on the old tripling the money rule that I set myself. And then, yeah, this was probably the pickup, not of the day, but of the first car boot. Unfortunately, disc only, but yeah, Silent Hill 3. Obviously, with manual, CEX sell this for like 65 quid or something like that. But it was funny, I always see cases like this where, you know, it's just an empty case and you think, you've got to check. You've got to check. There's could be a high value game. And then obviously, I've checked loads and loads and loads of times. And then to actually open it up and see Silent Hill 3 in there, I was like, oh, it's actually happened. I've actually found a decent gaming one. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the disc value of that's got to be. £20 to £30 at least. And yeah, I think I paid £2 for it. He said £1.50. He did have like an Xbox 360 controller that I was thinking about buying, and I nearly bought it, but the LB and RB buttons were a bit stiff. And I think he weren't budging on price. I think that's what annoyed me a little. Maybe I'm petty and you can tell me. But I think he said £1.50 for that and £4 for the controller. And I said, would he take £5? And he said no. I was like, okay. So I said, I'll keep that. And then he did say, I'll take £5. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Plus, I think I need to get some LB and RB buttons for the Xbox 360. So that's why I decided against it. But yeah, hopefully £2 into what, £20? Gotta be, at least, surely. The condition of the disc is not too bad, but I may take it down to Retro Hunter Ali. I know he's got a disc cleaner in there, so I'll take it to him and yeah, get him to buff it up for us, and then I'll look to you know flip it and get as much money as I can for it. And then yeah, I don't know why I pulled this all out of the bag, but I've probably kept the footage in. Hopefully I got it because I'm filming this before I've edited. But I just wanted to keep it in because I see these all the time and I think it's got to be a scam in it, because it's like a raffle. You pay £1 for like 3 tickets, but you had like a load of PlayStation 4. 3 and I can't remember off the top of my head, but some decent games there. And I'm thinking there's no way that he's going to let you pull out a ticket for £1 and take one of those games. But I was surprised that I got the Haribo. I mean, I don't think I'm going to eat them, considering, I mean, I'm a bit funny with buying food from car boots. Although they're in date, I don't think I'll eat them. But yeah, let me know if you've ever seen these at the car boots, these type of raffles, and if you've either won or seen someone win yourself. But I definitely think it's a scam, but for £1 I thought it was worth a go. So yes, the second car boot, much more successful, although when I first got there, as I've said many times before, this car boot, normally they let everyone in at certain time. They let everyone in at 9 o'clock. They let the sellers in first, and they set up, and then everyone starts off at 9 o'clock. Now, for the last couple of weeks, it's been absolutely manic. For anyone who's from the Essex area, I think it's the slip road coming off the A12. I arrived 40 minutes, so 20 past 8, because it took me 15 minutes to get in last week. I was like, I'm going to get there early, so I avoid the traffic, and then I'd rather wait in there. But yeah, the slip road coming off the A12 to near the car park was full at 20 past 8. So it took me 25 minutes to get in, but then obviously once I got in, they were saying, you know, go straight in, it's too busy today, blah blah blah. And I did hear from someone else that the police actually arrived because the roads were so blocked, and said to them, like, you're causing too much traffic, you need to be letting people in. I don't understand how them letting people go into the car boot and search for things will make the traffic clear quicker, because obviously once they're in, they can stand there and wait. But yeah, that was their thought process behind it. But basically I got in there, I bumped into my mate Lewis, shout out to Lewis, and he said that he'd actually been there since 10 past 8 because of the exact same thing. and they let everyone in at 8:15, and he said he got like a Game Boy and loads of games, PlayStation 2 for like a tenner and stuff like that. I was thinking, oh God, I'm not going to get anything. If I think I got in at about 20 to 9, something like that. But thankfully, managed to get one really good pickup and some other nice things that I may keep for my collection. But I think this was the first pickup. I can't remember which way around it was, but yeah, Call of Duty 3. It's in very good condition actually. Looks like it's hardly been played. But yeah, £1 paid, and I think that trades in for £3. And then yeah, the second stall, which I got all of these from, I could see that they had like a bag of DVDs, and what caught my eye was there was like a blue that was very similar to the PlayStation 4 colour, but that turned out just to be like a DVD box set or something to do with trains or lorries, I can't remember. But round the corner of that, I could see that there was a big bag of like of games with like PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. And obviously you've seen in the footage, I said, is that for sale? She said, yep. And obviously I just, went through it, picked out most of the good games. And she originally said £1 each, and then I grabbed all of these, and I said to her, I've got 9 there, thinking she was going to, I was going to give her a tenner. She went, oh, okay, £5 or something like that. So absolute steal. There are a couple of not fails, because I knew, well, one of them I knew about, one of them I didn't. But yeah, I'll get into it. So the first one that's kind of off is it's a copy of Days Gone, but it's actually got Resident Evil Village on PlayStation 5 in it, which in my opinion is a win, because I am really enjoying Resident Evil games on the PlayStation 5, so I'm going to keep this for my collection. If anyone has got a case for Resident Evil Village, hit me up. If you want to do a trade, or if you just want to sell it or whatever, let me know. And alternatively, if you've got a disc only for Days Gone, let me know. Because this does look like a really good game. I think I've been watching Callum on Retro Ghetto. I think he's done a couple of plays for it. It's kind of like Zombie meets Last of Us sort of thing. Yeah, it looks really good. So either of them I would like to play. Yeah, that would have traded in for about £14, and I think Resident Evil Village trades in for about £14 as well. But like I said, I'm definitely going to keep that, and then hopefully I'll find a copy of Days Gone in the future. And then I got Hitman Absolution, the professional edition. Yeah, it comes with like I said, most of these are in really good condition. Like the manual's crisp, looks like it's hardly been touched. Obviously the game doesn't trade in for too much, and you've got like a little book down here as well. Oh. But like I say, I don't know if you can hear, but it hardly seems like the pages have been opened. But I grabbed that because I thought, £1, it's worth it all day long. I think I have looked on eBay for this one. I think it's for about £9 or £10, something like that. But yeah, either way, I'm not leaving that for. Well, I didn't even pay £1 in the end. I think all of these were about 50p. Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops. I went back for this because the prices on this is up and down all the time. It's now again trading in for £4, and one that I did leave that is trading in for more money now was Call of Duty World at War. Yeah, that traded in for £4 as well, so I should have grabbed that. But it just goes to show you've always got to keep checking these prices, because it is like a stock market. They do go up and down, and that, and obviously World of War was one of those cases. Now this one, Red Dead Redemption 2, I knew at the time they only had one disc, which is the data disc, and I'm sure I've got a copy of the play disc somewhere in the garage. So I'm going to go and look for that. But if not, hopefully I'll find a copy of that in the future, because that's still trading for like £12 or £13. A sealed copy of Max Payne 3. Haven't looked how much, what's it called, how much that sells for, but obviously never leaving a sealed game behind. Grand Theft Auto 5, that trades in for £10 or £12. The Godfather, unfortunately no manual, but that's trading for like £13. Silent Hill Homecoming. So I did think to myself a while ago, I was commenting on someone's video that I've never picked up a Silent Hill game in the wild, and then I get 2 in the same day in the wild. Shout out to Gentleman of Games. But yeah, I think that one's trading for like £14 as well. Last of Us Remastered. I believe that's trading for like £8. And then yeah, this following on from last week, although on the PlayStation 3 it's trading for like £1.60, this one is still trading for like £6 or £7. Yeah, again, I've always think that the trading value on Xbox 360 is higher because of the backwards compatibility, that you can play these on the newer ones. That's what I believe anyway, but could be wrong. But yeah, £5 paid there, and I mean I don't know, to be honest. I'll probably be getting about a £60 voucher plus Max Payne and Hitman. I'll be looking to flip those on as well to claw the money back from them. And then yeah, these games here, these are a prime example of it's not always about being there first. Sometimes it's more about, you know, right place, right time. Because when I arrived, the guy was peeling off the prices of the that he'd put on these games. Now, I am a firm believer, but I say this because I'm, you know, coming at it from a buyer's perspective, but I don't like it when people have prices on their stuff at a car boot. And I'd like to get your opinion on this, especially if you're mainly a seller or a buyer, because how I feel about it is if you've got prices on there, people are less likely to make an offer. And yeah, I mean, this is obviously what happened in this case. So I can't remember, because he'd peeled most of the price off. I don't know what prices he had on these to start with, but I imagine they were high. And obviously, as the day goes on, you know, most of the stuff you want to sell. And yeah, I think one of these had a £10, at least a £10 sticker on it. But yeah, he's obviously got fed up. No one's making any offers, so he's thought, I'm ripping them off. And then as soon as he ripped them off, there was about 3 or 4 guys looking at the games, asking how much for this, how much for that. Some other good games there for like Xbox and Switch. Good prices if you wanted to buy them for your collection, or, you know, if you was happy to make a couple of quid trading them in. But the 2 that I grabbed, the 3 that I grabbed, 1 potentially from my collection. So Helldivers 2, paid a £5 for that, and that trades in for £20 voucher. And then Walking Dead Destinies, is that Destins? And that one trades in for a £10. Now, I've heard that this game is terrible. Let me know in the comments if you disagree, but I'll probably be trading that one in, so I'll get £10 voucher there. And then also got, Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. That trades in for a £5. And I paid £1 for that. Helldivers 2, I'm in 2 minds as to whether to keep this or not. I know a lot of people rave about it, it's a brilliant game, but I just don't play online. Yeah, I don't know. I've got, for example, Space Marine Warhammer down there, and everyone always says I'll play that online. I really enjoyed the campaign, but as far as I'm aware, yeah, it says there's no offline mode with this, so it's literally just playing online. So maybe I'll play it and see if I really, really enjoy it. I mean, I've looked at the footage and it does look good, but yeah, I don't know about that. But either way, £11 there into £35 voucher if I was to trade them all in, or, you know, if I was to keep one for myself. And then yes, the last one were these 2 from the same guy. Confused me, to be honest, because I started with the PlayStation 2 controller because it was very dirty. Obviously, as you can see, I've cleaned it up. And I asked him how much he wanted for it. I think he said a £5. I said, would you take £4? Because these are trading in for £14 voucher now, so they've gone up. So, you know, if I'm always happy to triple my money. So for a long time, I was only trading for a £10, I believe. So if I'm tripling my money, £4 into £12, I'm happy to do it. So I will pay that a little bit more. But yeah, I had this, so I thought when he said a £5 for that, and I could see that there was a PlayStation 3 controller, and I didn't think at the time it had like a West Ham cover on it, and I didn't think to ask how much he wanted for it. And then I walked off and I went back and I said, how much do you want for that? And he was like, £2. So yeah, don't know where he got his pricing from, but yeah, taken the front off of it, cleaned it all up. did test it. Will it come on? Yeah, show you the power. It's powering on. And yeah, I think they're training for like £14 or £16 there. So what did I pay? £6 there. Hopefully get about £30 voucher. So yeah, that was it. Not too much to go over. Obviously, one very good bundle of games, and you know, a couple of games for the collection. You know, makes the day worthwhile for me, in my opinion. I did when I done my video recently about, you know, selling all of the stuff to, or trading in all the stuff to CEX, how I go about doing it. Someone did comment saying, in my opinion, it doesn't seem worthwhile. All the hassle that you put through going to CEX and going to the car boots and haggling and blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing what I do to earn a living. Obviously, if you want to be earning a living out of the car boot, you know, you've got to be buying and reselling everything. I would assume it's very hard to earn a living just off of video games alone. I mean, you know, I'm sure there are people that do it, but, you know, for example, like Tom's Tat, I know that primarily he sells video games and consoles and stuff like that, but he has like a couple of very, very good contacts that he gets most of his stuff from. He doesn't get it all from the car boot. I think he goes to the car boot just out of the joy of going. I think if he really wanted to, or if he didn't want to, he wouldn't have to go to the car boot, as he gets enough off of his contacts. But apart from him, everyone else that I've seen who kind of resells video games, you know, they still dabble in everything else as well. So, yeah, I do not recommend this as a way of earning income, but I do recommend it if you enjoy it, and it's a good way to build your, you know, your video game collection at a cheaper cost than if you was just to spend your money in CX, eBay or Vinted, for example. But yes, that is it for today, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, let me know in the comments if there was anything I missed. But please take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.